How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. Uh, this video is going to be just kind of touching on just a bunch of DIY, do-it-yourself stuff I've been kind of working on the past while. Recently, I got some more patches and some clothing spikes and some interesting items and stuff. Um, just going to show you one thing here. You've probably already seen it. Probably showed it in other stuff, but yeah, this is my spiked arm bracer. It's about 6 inches, so it's not like a full arm, it's like a half arm bracer. Uh, this, when I first got it, came originally with these like little 1/8 of an inch little stud spiky things all over it. I ended up taking those off and replacing it with the 2-inch spikes, and then later the kind of 1.5-inch spikes. And it's basically how it looks now. The back's all just kind of like screw-ons. The 2-inch spikes is the flathead, and the 1.5-inch is the Phillips. So, but yeah, that's that. Just kind of replaced the smaller studs with those. I had to actually take 2 pairs of pliers and just snap them off because there is no way of actually taking them off easily. Next, same sort of thing. This is the smaller bracelet I wear. It had just kind of like a bunch of just really rounded small cones, and then it had like just kind of flat round stud thingies that weren't even spikes. And I ordered a bunch of kind of, let's see how tall these are. About an inch, maybe just under an inch spikes. And I put all those in, and there's some really old, bigger spikes in here that are wider. These are only about 7 millimeters wide. I'm probably going to eventually get some spikes that are a little wider than these and replace them with those if I can, because I'm not too much of a fan of how this looks when it's on. And just kind of show you quickly here. It looks all right, but it could be better, in my opinion. I mean, it's all right. Could be worse. Definitely better than the original spikes that were on it. So, done that with the closing spikes and stuff. Another really interesting item that I just kind of recently made. I found an old chainsaw chain, or chainsaw blade, or whatever you want to call it, and kind of cut it in half, and I've made it into a wallet chain. Now, if any of you have watched the Joyride horror movie series, Rusty Nail actually has one of these attached to his wallet, and that's kind of where I got the idea. So it's a necklace. No kidding. That would be actually a really bad idea. But yeah, he actually uses the wallet chain and like catches a guy and starts like sawing his neck off. Actually, no, it wasn't even there. I think it was like around the mouth. He's like, and oh my goodness, that's quite the scene. I'm not sure if that's in. I think it's in the second film. I don't think it's in the first film, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, so kind of made a chainsaw blade, chain, whatever, into a wallet chain. It doesn't actually catch too much on too much stuff, but you kind of have to be careful if you're swinging your arm around, because like you can get caught on the little bits here. They're not too sharp. I mean, I like slight laceration there from hitting my hand off of it unexpectedly, but other than that, it's just cool and a unique metal item, I guess. Next is the I guessed Crust Punk Pants, but they're not really Crust Punk. I think Crust Punk Pants are normally like just skinny jeans or something around that type of style with a bunch of just random patchwork and material on it. This isn't quite as much. These are just kind of black cargos. On this side, I've made a DIY patch that says "Die on Your Feet," which is taken from the saying, "I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees." So, die on your feet. And then my misanthropy made me do it kind of slogan that I've made. The patch job is like white stitches, kind of up and down. I don't use floss because I just don't like working with that material. And if you have it like rubbing against the inside of your leg, it's not going to feel too great. And I like comfort. When I'm wearing clothes, I don't like to be hella uncomfortable because it would just be annoying. But yeah, the edges are actually acrylic painted white a bit too, so it saves it from fraying too much. On the front, there's a lot more patches. There is the Fuck Your God patch with the same kind of white stitching all the way around, and some blood splatter on it. And then I've got my own Black Metal Rebellion patch, which is a pentagram, and then the BMR, Black Metal Rebellion, letters just kind of placed in the shape of it. If you want one made, I can probably make you one for about $6 or so plus shipping. So yeah, about $2 or $3 shipping. All in all, still under $10 for the patch. And then I just kind of did this 666 and stitched it on in red thread. And then below that was a patch that was on my vest originally. It's just the red skull and crossbones, but I also did the kind of outline stitching in red around it, just so it's more DIY looking. And I just did some random full acrylic patches on there. Just painted just a regular blank pattern on there, and then sewed it on. This one's actually a hidden pocket, so I could actually stick my MP3 player in there. And this is just a gray long patch, just for a different like feel and kind of texture on the pants. And these are just stitched in with black thread, and I allowed it to fray as much as it wanted to and whatnot. On the other leg, same thing, sort of. I got just a plain yellow patch. Kind of looks like a reflective whatever in the light, but it's just yellow acrylic paint. Starting to rip away, so I actually need to sew that up a bit. Same with the red one. This one's not a pocket, but I could maybe use more pockets in this eventually. The next part is kind of like the most recent thing I've done to it. This is kind of like a lunar eclipse with a native skull and type of patch there. I actually took this off a hat that was kind of wrecked, and then I also took the spears and stuff like that from the hat that was on the brim, and I put that on there too. Since I don't know if many of you know, but I am part native myself. I'm Mohawk. I'm not sure if we'd consider ourselves Mohican or just Mohawk, but I'm going to assume we just refer to ourselves as Mohawk, as I do believe the Mohican native tribe is something entirely different. So yeah, I got that on my pants now. Still a heck ton of more to do. There's a hell of a lot more space. I just haven't really been inspired the last 3 or 4 days to really do anything else. But that's what I've got so far on my Crust Punk Pants. And lastly, kind of the thing I want to show you is just what I've been doing to my jacket here. It looks a little different from when I last showed you. I know I said I was going to do like battle jacket updates or anything, but this is more just along the DIY side. I replaced what I had over here now with the pentagram and Carnifex logo, one of the very few deathcore bands I actually enjoy. And then on this, I now have the 1/2 inch or 1 inch 7mm spikes on that top there and along the top of this one here. I now have Mr. Necro on here instead of the true Norwegian black metal patch. If you don't know, I go by Necrocaster in Disciples of Dodin, so Mr. Necro kind of seems fitting. I don't think I have anything else really different on the front of this. Actually, I do. I now have native blood at the bottom of my vest here because, well, I'm native partially, and yeah, felt it was fitting. On the back, it's changed a bit. I got a Cthulhu patch on here. I've got a Hydra patch on here, which is kind of like similar. One's more of like an octopus, and this is more of just kind of like a Lovecraftian sea creature. And I also took the cones that were on my one bracelet, and I stuck them on this. 6 up, 6 across, 6 up, 6 across. On the back here, I've got a Bathory patch. On the bottom here, I've got the Morbid December Moon patch. On this side is the Arch Enemy War Eternal patch that I got from Mr. Necro Lee, and a Suicide Silence patch there. I finally also got around to getting something by them, so figured I'd also get a patch. Once again, one of the only few deathcore bands I actually enjoy. But yeah, so that's it for now. That's all the DIY stuff that I've recently kind of been doing. Hope you enjoy checking some of that out. Maybe you got a few ideas of yourself. But yeah, let me know what you think of all this stuff and the progression. And until next time, stay sick, my friends.